So my cat may or may not wander in to check out what's going on. I usually try to feed him right before class so he stays out of the way. Let's get started on our Silver Sneakers class on this somewhat overcast Monday. We're going to start by rolling shoulders up and back. Up and back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Up and forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall, looking over our shoulder. Looking over the other shoulder. I find I'm not driving as much these days, so you still have to do this. You need this for more than just driving your car and backing up, right? And one more. And now ear to the shoulder. You can stretch the opposite arm nice and long. Other side, nice and long. And now look up and look down. Well done. Let's work on posture. Shoulders are back. We're going to talk a lot today about opening up the chest. We don't want to be all slumped like this. We want to be wide open. So go ahead and open up your hands, and you can even grab the back of your sturdy chair. Lean forward. Lean forward. Can you feel the stretch here? That's what we're going for, is a nice opening of the chest. And back. Nice and tall. Let's do a couple easy shoulder warm-ups. Keep doing this. Do 8 more. I'm going to peek and see who else has popped in. You keep doing it. James. Good morning, James. Oh, Michael made the scene again. Jody, oh my. And there's a couple others that joined us as well. So I'll stop doing that, sorry. If I tell you to do this and then I forget what you're doing, stop after about 10. Let's go ahead and reach a little forward and pull it back. Reaching, pulling. Now we're getting a little rotation. We're getting a little rotation. And it may appear to some of us that I'm just doing random things, but I'm actually trying to warm up every joint in your body, so when we do a little more active stuff later on, you'll be ready for it. So reach, reach, and don't be lazy with your reaching. Don't be like, oh, here's one, here's one. Get all the way out there. 2 more. Last one. Here's another shoulder one. If you have shoulder issues and this is troublesome, you can skip it. Otherwise, we are just rounding in, opening up the chest, and then when we round in, we're actually rounding our back a little. How about 8 of these? Counting the ones I just did, we would be at around 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Let's do a little ankle work real quick. I'm going to check one more message here. Okay. So we need flexible ankles to walk well. If we have stiff ankles, we're going to end up shuffling later in life. So keep working on ankles. You can do circles. You can go in the other direction. And you can go side to side. Not the most exciting thing to do, but it will be well worth it, I promise. Point and flex. If you want to impress your friends and neighbors, this is plantar flexion and dorsiflexion that we're doing with our ankles. Circle so you can add those words to your vocabulary. Other direction. And now go side to side. And back down. We can also do the same thing with our wrists. Our wrists and our ankles are similar joints. So here's, except I don't, well, I won't say that because I'm not sure. And circles. Other direction. And who needs to have very good wrists? The conductors, right? Because they're doing this for a couple hours. So if you're a conductor, you probably don't need to. You can skip this exercise because you probably already have very flexible wrists. And then we can also go this way, just like the ankle. Let's do fingers even fingers. These are all little joints in our thumbs. We're gonna do some stuff with the ball later that will work the fingers a lot. Let's just get them warmed up. And let's do one more shoulder thing. We're gonna reach one more time. And then let's do a little bit of time on warming up our hips, and then we'll come out of our chair. So a good hip warm-up is just out to the side and back, and then you can go across and back. If you want to make your brain work a little bit, you are tapping the same leg, opposite leg, and back to the same leg. Let's do 8 of these. 8, 7, 6, nice and tall, 5, 4, 3, 2, and I've got a little bit of a lazy leg, other leg. You want to stretch out as far as that leg can go. You can try tapping the toe, or you can try tapping the heel. But get nice and long. What number are we on? Anybody? 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. Let's add arms and legs together. It would look something like this. Pushing out, pulling back. Push, 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 pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice and tall, shoulders back. We're going to come out of our chair and go back down again. This is going to strengthen glutes and also quads. And how it looks like, ideally, you don't need to use the chair or this thing, but if you do need to get out of, you can kind of do a thing like this. But I'm hoping more of us will be able to just pop right up and then lower with control. So you're not a plopper. You don't want to pop up and, oh, here's plop. You want to push up, lower with control. How about 2 more of these? Last one. And back down. When I said last one, I guess there is one more because now we have to come back up. And go to the back of your chair. So in Silver Sneakers Classic, we do half the class sitting and a little bit of it standing. The reason we do the chair, you're going to be behind your chair in case you need it for balance. Hips are forward, shoulders are back. Sometimes I might come in front of my chair, but you stay behind your chair. I'm only coming in front so you can see what I'm doing. So feet about hip width apart, hips are forward, shoulders are back, tall neck, stomach in. Inhale. As you come down, bring your hips back. I'll turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Hips come back. And you notice this is the same thing we just did when we sat in our chair. Same muscles except for the arm part. Can we do 2 more? 1 more. Oh, does that feel good? Next thing we're going to do is the same thing we did sitting down. We're going to open up our hip by lifting our leg out to the side, back, and down. And keep a hand on your chair, and that will help you really focus on the muscles being worked. It's also strengthening that standing leg. Couple more. When I say couple, I mean 3. 1, 2, and oh, that might be enough. Let's go to the other side. You can go to the other side, switch the hand that's supporting yourself. And I'm almost out of frame here, so 8, 7. That was a lazy one. Don't be like me. 6, 5, 4, 3. And does anybody notice that that standing leg is getting awful tired? I do this on purpose. I make it longer so we're strengthening that standing leg. Let me think here for a second. When you do this and you bring your hip up, see if you can keep the knee and the ankle in what I call the 90, makes a 90-degree angle here and a 90-degree angle at the ankle, and it's also 90 at the hip. So we won't be nitpicky, but if you're doing these things, just think of that 90, 90, 90 rule. So 90 at the hip, the knee and the ankle, and then we go out to the side and back. Let's go forward with the leg. Stomach is in. Push it up, pull it back, push, pull, nice straight back. We're not swinging the leg and leaning back. We are being nice and tall, pushing that leg out. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can also go back. So push that leg back. It's not a very big motion. We're not designed to go back with a straight leg. We usually move forward, but this is working your glute muscle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg, other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall. We went forward, we went back, we went sideways. How about rotation? Little circles. Circles. Circles in the other direction. Again, working. It's actually working balance a little bit, even though you have your hand on your chair. You're nice and tall with your stomach pulled in. Other leg, other side. Circles. I might be leaning over a little so you can see my leg, but be nice and straight. Other direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get behind your chair. We're going up on our toes. Up on our toes for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up on our heels, but let's do it one at a time. So going up on our heels, one at a time. And you can add the arms if you're comfortable letting go of your chair. Can you see I'm doing one at a time? If you do both at the same time, there's a little bit of balance component that we really don't need. We're just trying to work the heels with a little bit of balance. Let me keep going, keep going. My sister just joined us. She's usually sleeps in a little bit, but she's almost on time today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back to your chair. Let's think about a little movement. We're gonna go one step sideways and one step back, always within reach of your chair. And we're gonna, it just feels natural to do something with our arms. I call this one rocking the baby. Pretend that, well, you wouldn't really do this, but you could practice on a doll or something. But rocking the baby, it's really opening up the shoulders. And we're still going side to side with our legs. And rest. Let's do a little marching. And again, you're behind your chair. And for a bigger workout, go higher with the knees and higher with the arms. The other way you could make this a little harder is a quicker cadence. So if you live in an apartment and you have neighbors below you, they might rap on your, they might get a broom and start knocking off. But otherwise, keep marching. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, rest. If you want to do something different with the arms, you can swing them while you're doing quick little marches. And again, how quick you go is up to you, but we're not jogging. We're not doing this business. And let's reverse direction. Nice and tall. Let's do a couple different things with our arms while we march. We go out, push, pull, push, pull. You can do the tempo that's comfortable for you if you want to go faster than I'm going, or if you want to go slower. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, down. Can we go down? We're pushing down, and we're kind of pulling up sort of with the back of our, think that you're pulling up. Can we go backwards? Yes, we can. Push, pull, only quick, push. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Let's do a little bit of lateral movement. You can come up on the toe of that foot if you want. And don't be lazy, reach as long as you can. So if I start doing this, I really want you to do that, and I'm just being lazy. So don't be lazy. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. How about a little hula hooping? So when we were young, we could all hula hoop. I tried it recently and I couldn't do it at all, except I got a weighted hula hoop and then I could do it. So I don't quite, and anybody knows why that works, you can just, I appreciate letting me know. So if you like doing hula hoop and you want to buy one, get one that's weighted and not real heavy. Not like 20 pounds. And rest. Anything else? Let's have a seat. Let's have a seat. Grab your water. If you find that you're just drinking and you empty half of this at one time, you might be a little dehydrated. So try to stay hydrated throughout the day. But that being said, ideally you're going to drink your whole bottle before the class is over. For equipment, we're going to need weights, we're going to need a strap, and a ball. The ball, it can be any ball. If you don't have a ball, something like a pillow. The things that we'll be doing with the ball will involve compressing the ball or playing around with the ball or different things. The stretch band, we'll get to that. Let's start with the weights. And ideal weights for this class, anywhere from 1 to 4 pounds, I think would be plenty. 5 might be pushing it a little bit. There are a couple people in my class that use 5s, but anywhere from 1 to 4 I think would be optimal. I'm using 3s. 6. If you don't have weights, you can use a water bottle, works perfectly, or a can of soup, or just look around your house, see if you can find something. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Go ahead and flip it a quarter turn. 8, 7. These are all bicep curls. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it another quarter turn, and now we are doing a reverse bicep curl. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall. What's the kind of the opposite of biceps would be triceps. So tricep extensions look like this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The other way to do a triceps extension, well, there's probably a couple other ways, but if you like to do the arm overhead, make sure that your elbow's going forward instead of sideways. You can support the elbow or not, it's up to you. If you have strong triceps and you feel like you can hold both weights, this would be a way to make it more challenging. But to be honest, even at 6 pounds, I'm finding this a bit of a challenge. So again, go at your own ability. 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And these should feel easy to folks. These should be kind of easy. And one reason is we have a very short lever. When we bend the elbow, the lever is shorter. If we have a long lever, that means our elbow is straight, then it's going to be more challenging. So lateral raises have a long lever, and these are more difficult. Again, ways to modify this, one arm at a time while the other arm gets to rest. If you have an affected shoulder, maybe no weights on one shoulder. Or if it bothers you at all, just do the best you can with one. Everybody got that idea? Another exercise, again, because it has a longer lever, the fly looks like this. 8. This is working your chest. You should be pulling in the chest muscle as you do these. And what do I mean by that? You keep going. The chest muscle is right here, and that should be pulling as that's what pulls the weight in. 2 more. 1 more. Rest. The third one that is hard because it's overhead is the overhead press or shoulder press. So we're pushing up. 8, 7, 6. So skip any of these if they bother your shoulder. 5, 4. A modification is to go a little more forward. That takes a little pressure off. 3, 2, 1. Rest. By now you should be ready for a break, and that's where we do the leg exercise Just put both weights on the leg. You can push down gently to make it more challenging. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can do some rows with the hip hinge, and they look like this. Hip hinge forward, and then pull back. 8, 7. Again, if this is too troublesome, just skip the weights, right? It's just the same thing. Push, pull, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, rest. We can also flip this way, and then we can do it with or without the hip hinge. I call this the TV tray. 8, 7. I'm not doing the hip hinge, but you could do the hip hinge as well. You just remember to pull your stomach in to support your lower back. 5, 4, 3. Oh my gosh, that might be enough. Skip the last one. You have my permission. Nice and tall. You're going to tap in the front and then tap in the back. Don't swing the weights. Control the weights through the whole arc. 8. And you don't have to tap your chair if you've got a nice chair and you don't want to ruin it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest for a second. Shoulders back. And while you're resting, I was frantically thinking of another exercise to do. We're going to do a couple that work the core, and the 2 classic ones are stirring the pot. The weights are together. And you don't need a hip hinge with this. In fact, ideally you're nice and tall. So it's not this. That just puts too much torque on the lower back. So the stomach in, nice and tall. Pretend you have a job with a construction company and you're laying, you're pouring cement today, and they told you have to stir the cement by hand. You go, oh, I don't want, it sounds like a tough job. 3, 2, 1. Rest. And similar to that, but not the same, is the Palloff press, where we push out and we pull it back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice and tall. If you can hold both weights in one hand, let's do a nice stretch. Just let the weights dangle down and lean away from the weights, and that should feel really good all through your shoulder. Other side. Back to center. Just for fun, put the weights down. We'll be done with them for now. And do a couple lateral raises. And doesn't that feel easy and actually kind of good? 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Go ahead and get another sip of water. We'll grab the ball. Oh, if you don't have this equipment and you don't know how to get it, the Silver Sneakers website, I'll give this out to you. It's just silversneakers.orders.com. I'm not sure, can everybody see that? It might be backwards. I'm not sure if it's backwards because we're doing it through the camera, but it's silversneakers.orders.com. They may be out of stuff and back ordered like everything else, but if you get the ball, make sure you get the pump because it'll come flat. The pump looks like this, and they're only $3. So can you see the pump? It just goes in there and you pump it up. And the stretch band If you get it from Silver Sneakers, the green one is probably the most doable for most of our class. The yellow ones are easier. If you want a harder one, the red one, I would stay away from the blue and the purple, at least for Silver Sneakers. They're pretty tough. Anyway, that's enough of my promotion for equipment. Push up, pull down. And if you don't have any equipment, you can do it without anything. It's just, we're just really going through range of motion. The ball is just to make it a little more fun. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And again, don't be lazy. Don't be like, oh, that's good. You want to get range of motion. That's what it's all about, range of motion. What other range of motion? How about behind our back? Scoot forward in your chair. If you cannot get the ball all the way around, it's just too hard here, just go to as far as you can and then go the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch directions. Switch directions. Again, go at your own tempo. Nothing should be achy. They should be working, but not a little achy. If anything bothers it's mainly shoulders when we're sitting down. Rest. Nice and tall. Let's do a torso rotation. Follow the ball with your whole body, including your eyes. So it's not just this, right? You're following it. In the last video, I got a little lazy and I just started to do this, but you follow the ball with your whole upper body. Couple more. And 1 more. Oh, does that feel good? This is a little tougher. You can go under the leg. So that's going to make you raise your hip by working the hip flexors. And that's kind of challenging. So if it bothers anything, you're welcome to lean back in the chair on this one. Just make sure your stomach is pulled in and reverse direction. Keep going. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a few things where we use the ball to compress it and then resist it coming back. So we're squeezing the ball. Let's do 8 of these, and you count on your own. I'm just going to take a quick peek for any late arrivals. Back to center. Squeezing, 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 and squeezing, and rest. Same idea under the arm, crushing it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crush the ball. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and do a shoulder tap. Nice and long. You can also do this without the ball. And I showed my other class, see how I can touch my shoulder with one arm, but when we do the other side, I can't quite get to my shoulder. So you may find that as well. You have one leg stronger than the other. One arm is more flexible. So here's my shoulder on the other side. Can you see I can't quite get there? 3, 2, but that doesn't stop me from trying. 1. Let's rest. Let's do a little like a backwards bowling. So, well, we'll do bowling first. Bowling looks like this. 8. Pushing it up and pulling it down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to flip the ball over. Don't try this with a real bowling ball. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other arm. 8, 7, 6, 5. I surprised myself. I'm still able to bowl, and it's actually was still pretty fun. 3, 2, 1. I can't bowl well, but I can still get the ball down the lane. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do maybe 1, 2 more things with the ball. We're going to toss it and clap. Don't break any lights in your house when you do this. If you are feeling it, 2 claps. 3. If you have a pillow, this one probably doesn't work with the pillow. Sorry. 4 claps. Who can do 4? That was only 3. Rest. So we kind of lose the ability a little bit to go fast. As we age, we lose those fast twitch. So that's why these things are just kind of fun to practice, and it's fun with the ball. Who wants to do stretch band? Let's grab your stretch band. Have another sip of water if you need. And you can do however you want with the stretch band. What I find is if I put my hand through the handles for a couple of these things, so it looks like this, then it isn't dangling around. If you don't put your hand through the handles, then you have a lot of these things flying in your face, which is annoying. So we'll do a couple with the handles in. And we can do the same thing we did. We can do our row. 8. Reach and pull it out. The band is a little different in that you're resisting the band's tendency to get back to its original shape. And that is where we are doing the work with the bands. So we're pulling them out, and then we're resisting the band coming back. And we're adding the hip hinge. 3, 2, 1 more, rest. We can also do this overhead. So we start with the band about this wide, and then as we pull down, we pull the band wider. And then we resist it coming back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go out to the side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. How about 3 more? 3, 2, 1. Other side. 8, 7, 6, 5. You can't see my hand that's holding the band, but believe me, it's out there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. What else can we do with the band? Hold it underneath with a grip like this. Elbows are in tight, and we're just going a little wider and back. Wide, wide, and back. Don't go very far on these. These are rotator cuff, and it's not their job to do a lot of hard work. They're supposed to stabilize their shoulders. This is just strengthening them. 3, 2, 1. Rest. We can unhook our hands this way, and let's try a different technique where we go behind our back with the band. Under the shoulder blade, under the armpits, will keep the band from rubbing on your shoulder so much. So if you have them up here, it's still okay, but it'll just rub a little bit. So we can go laterally, reach out and resist the band. Push out, resist the band. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Another rotator cuff would be elbows in tight, and the arms go here, and then the next time around the other arm is on top. So it makes your brain work a little bit. 8, 7, 6, 5. Can you feel like that might be almost too many of these? Let's do 2 more. And last one. Rest. Another one we can do with it behind our back is our push-ups. 8, 7, 6. If it's too easy, just go farther. Now this is super hard. I can barely do it. I'm going back to where I was before. What number are we on? 2, 1. Rest, nice and tall. Let's bring the band back. We're going to use the band for rotation. With as you turn the hand that's farther back, you're going to pull a little bit, and that will give you more of a twist. But again, don't overdo it. Back for your twist. Let's do it again. Back for your twist. And one more time. And last one. Oh gosh, does that feel good? Let's do a couple leg things. Put the band under your feet. You're going to cross the handles, and you are going to row. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Now you're going to go sideways with your foot. Let's alternate. That will make it a little easier. If we did the same leg over and over, that would challenge that leg. But today we're going to just alternate. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hook the foot like this. We'll do a nice stretch out to the side. I'll show you the other leg first. My chair is a little in the way for on one side, but get out as far as you can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Unhook that leg and do the same thing we just did without the band. Who notices a difference? Anybody? Much harder. It can still be done. But that's one reason we have these. These are called props. They help you get a little bit more stretch. Okay, let's do the other leg. Straight out to the side. You don't need to lift your leg this high. I'm doing it just so I can clear my easy chair. Otherwise, I have a very small living room, in case you haven't realized that. How about 2 more of these? 1 more. And rest, nice and tall. Let's work on posture as we're about to finish. So shoulders are back. I'm going to peek in, see how many made it to the end. Good job. Good job, everyone. Shoulders back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale them down. How we doing? Oh, we're almost there. Inhale. So I'll give you a quick tip. This will relax you. Inhale, exhale. If you say, Mike, I'm already relaxed enough, I want to be energized, I'll show you an energizer. So an energizer would be quick movements. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice and tall. I'm going to read a quote, and then we'll get you on your way. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. And that has really helped me. I am doing more dancing. I'm doing things that I didn't do before. So give it a try. We'll see everyone on Wednesday. If you know friends that might like this, let them know. If they don't have Facebook, they can still see the recorded class. If you go to the JCC website, all these classes are saved on their website. Nice and tall. We will see everyone another time. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.